Hi, everyone. It's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. Oh my goodness, I see that I've done my name wrong. How can you do that? Anyways, I think what I'll do is I'll show this and then it won't show my wrong name. Anyways, welcome to my Facebook page live or my YouTube live. And if you're joining me through YouTube, make sure that you do subscribe down below and also say hello for when you do join me, whether you're joining me live or whether you're joining me through on a replay. I really do appreciate it. It's because of you coming back and watching that makes me want to do this every time. Hello, Sandy. Welcome back. Anyways, so this is my Thursdays, and hello, Doris. Just remember, when I do talk with different people and you don't like that sort of stuff, what you can do is you can watch on a replay, scoot on by, and then we can go from there. But honestly, because of you, I do truly do appreciate it. So hello, Lorraine, and hello, Janet. I really do appreciate you being on here. Anyways, so this is my Thursday, and it's part of my Now What series. So that's where I would take something that you have in your stash, or something that you might be wondering about. And now, because we've gone into the new memory keeping line, I'm really excited to show some different stuff. And I think you'll be quite surprised at what a difference it really is. So let me just go on down to my desktop here. So this is the two-tone paper. Now, two-tone paper, you'll see in just a second what the difference is on two-tone paper, but it's amazing the different things that you can also do with two-tone paper. This paper is dyed on one side and dyed on the other side and has a white core. So we know that there's lots of different things that we can actually do from that as well. But with the new memory keeping, they have come out with 4. So far, we've got 4 of the colors in a 12-pack, 12 by 12 paper. But by the time of the new annual catalog, they'll have all 50 colors in these individual packs. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's a little bit lighter than our cardstock. It's not meant to be used as a cardstock per se. I would say treat it like it's another piece of designer series paper. But let me show you this. Now I'm going to tell you one thing. When you do play with this, and if you have any oil whatsoever on your hands, it's going to show on the paper. And I don't know if you can see that there. And then this is the real red that is the two-tone. And let me take this out because it's so good to see what it's like. So we have the one side there, and then check out the other side. And yes, that is a different color. So as I say, we're getting, instead of 50 new pieces of designer series paper, we're going to get 100. So hello, Laura. So it's beautiful paper. And it's not really thin. I expected it to be thin like our designer series paper, but it doesn't feel that thin. Now we have the real red. Now they've only come in 4 colors, but if you get into the memory keeping, you can buy part packages as well. So you can get with the one that came with the Halloween one, the other colors that are included in the two-tone, and you get a sampling of it, is going to be Granny Apple Green, Gorgeous Gray, Pumpkin Pie, and of course the black that goes in there. Okay, so that's the real red. This is the basic black. Hello, Karen, and hello, Carla. And then this is the black, and check that out. It's darker than like a basic gray, but just think of the uses that you can do with it. So there's the black. Now this one doesn't show as much, but there still is quite the difference. This is the pool party, and it's funny because anyways, I'll get onto it. And then there is, this one doesn't show as much, but there still is quite a difference when you see it side by side. And then of course the garden green. And yes, today we're using garden green. I know, I think I like garden green now. Oh my goodness. For anybody that started just watching me, garden green was one color that I never ever used. Um, but I've gotten, because of different sweets and that sort of stuff, the garden green is actually really, really growing on me. So, and then we have the garden green this side, and here's the other side of the garden green. So it's really quite different. Even in this light, it's quite different. So there's lots of different things that you can actually do with it. But I wanted to show you we're going to just do a simple card. I'm coming in, I'm going to use garden green. Like I say, here are the two of them together. So see what I mean by it being two tones. So like I say, the process is that the paper was dyed on one side and then dyed on the other side, and then there is a white core in between. Now here is the garden green. Now this could be old garden green. It's very nice paper, Lorraine. There's the other garden green. Now this could be an old dye lot of garden green, so I'm not sure what it is, but let's take a look at this garden green. Now, I am actually going to show you a card, or we're going to make a card, and we're going to use, and I know I keep coming back to using this, is the Reindeer Fun bundle, or the Reindeer Days. It comes with, and I'll just show you this. It's a suite, actually. It comes with the designer series paper, these delicious peppermint embellishments, this embossing folder, and I can kind of show you a little bit with the embossing folder, some twine and that sort of stuff. Now, this is part of this international stamp camp. So no matter where you are in the world, you can actually do this stamp camp, and you end up with 26 different card ideas. So you get a make and take for 13, and 13 more are alternative projects. And honestly, Laura, you said you went through and you looked at all of the alternative projects, and yes, they are pretty impressive this time. I'm always impressed with this design team. Hello, Cynthia. All right, so we are going to use this, not a whole heck of a lot of that. I'm just going to use maybe this Merry Christmas from there. We're going to use parts of this thing here and use the designer series paper. Let's make it work to its fullest, right? Now, this isn't going to have any reindeer on it. So if you're not one into kitsy sort of type cards, this bundle does not necessarily have to be for cutesy cards. So anyways, I have some real red. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4.25. So like I say, what I'm going to do is I want to show off this two-tone paper and show you what you can do with it. Okay, so I'm just coming in with my bone folder and just there. Now you're going to see me using this two-tone paper over and over and over again now, because I'm using it like another piece of designer series paper. I'm using it as other sort of things that I can turn around and do. So this is one of the pieces of the designer series paper, and I thought, geez, that's kind of fun. And you know what? This seems like it's a little bit long. Look at that. Wow, I can't believe I actually noticed that. This is actually too long. So let me just come in and just quickly cut that down. This is supposed to be 5.5. This is 5 3/4. So let me just come in to cut that off. You can always tell when you put a piece of designer series paper with it. Now, this is kind of a fun designer series paper. It has the parcels on it. So I thought that would look kind of nice like that. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to come and do this. Now, this is the paper. This is that two-tone garden green. And all I thought I'd do is I'd show some of this. And like I say, I could show it like that, and you're going to see both colors of that. But I thought what I'd do, and this was kind of afterwards, and it would have been better to be done all together as one piece, but this piece is just a piece that I kind of cut into strips. And then I used the embossing folder that goes with this suite, which is the plaid. Plaid. It's the what is it called? Forever Plaid embossing folder. So I went and I ran it through, but then I thought, geez, let's turn it over and show the other side of that plaid thing. So that's kind of how we're just going. I want to show that paper. I'm not showing a big part of it. I'm just sort of showing you how it works all together. But like I say, it's a little bit thicker than this designer series paper, or is it? No, maybe it's about the same. I'd like to know what the thickness is, and go from there. Hello, Marge. This is great designer series paper. Like I say, you can turn around and you can make cards with this particular designer series paper and not have to have reindeer on it. So I'm going to show you one that we can do with this. Now, I think I've got to come in with a paper clip and I got to prime this. Hello, Renee. Yeah, so I'm just going in and priming this. And then I keep it down. I always have my glue facing down. So like I say, this is actually more like one full piece is the way that I'm actually doing this on this card. It's new, so now I have to figure out a spot how I'm going to store all this paper, right? So let's get that straight on there. I'll let you know what the measurements are when I finish doing this. So I don't want it that full width. I want it to be about there. So I'm overlapping it, and that's not normally what I would do for a card. I would just pick one piece, but it was just due to cutting this up and just sort of playing with it. So this is, you can act this as a one full piece because I'm covering it up with this one here. So, and that's crooked. Wow. Okay, so let's see what measurements that is. That would be 2 1/4 by 5 1/4. So, and then, like I say, this piece here has been put through, and then with the two-tone, I can turn it over, and all of a sudden, I've got another color paper. So we're going to put this on there. Now, I wouldn't use this paper for a card base. Personally, I wouldn't. I don't think it's thick enough. We have such great paper. I just don't think it's thick enough. Okay, so when I was doing this, I was going, well, how am I going to actually show this off? So let me just put that onto the card. You know me, I come up with these design. I think when I was doing this, I went, ooh, here's another card sketch that I could use on Saturday mornings. Because that's how I do my card sketches. So, and we just might end up with that being a card sketch somewhere down the line. Okay. So what are you thinking of that two-tone? Isn't that nice? Like, look at that difference. Now that is just using, like I say, we're going to do the garden green. All right, so now what I want to do is I wanted to kind of show this off a little bit more. So the designer series paper and that. So I've gone ahead and I just have these. Now I could take this light one or the dark one, and I think I'm going to go with the dark. And then what I did with this piece of designer series paper was I went in and I fussy cut, because everybody knows how much I love to fussy cut. And I'm not being facetious. I really do like to fussy cut. It is nice, isn't it, Cynthia? It's really different. Now, to me, what, you know what? I'm going to leave this like this, I think. All right, so let's just go ahead and put that down on there. We're going to have one here and one here. So like I say, just a bit of a different, I thought a sentiment could go on here, but I think I'm just going to put a strip across, and I hope it works out. Just like that. Yeah, like I say, I'm liking this green. And like I say, this is the reindeer days, reindeer fun, and it's part of the International Stamp Camp. So if you're interested, reach out to me, because yeah, Fussy cutting is so therapeutic. Do you not think so? I really do. All right, so I've got this all cut out. So let's see what I should do here. I'm going to come in with this one. And I'm not actually going to be doing any raising up of anything because I think there's a lot of different ones. So I'm just going to put this here. Let's see what else I should do. All right, so let's put this one about here. Old time wrapping paper. I know this whole feel of this this whole catalog reminds me so much of old feel sort of stuff. So this can go here. So let's just throw that in there. You like to fussy cut too? Well, it's funny. I can go in a class. Do you want this? Do you want to go and die cut this? Or do you want to just fussy cut? And I know that most of my people will turn around and they will fussy cut. It's just something that over COVID, we just went and we did. We just did an awful lot of fussy cutting. So let's put some more there. Let's see. I can put one up here maybe. And one more down here. Or do we want to put one down here? Let's do that. And then we can bring this one down a little bit. And then that way I can, well, I'd like to put something up there. I do have some more cut, but I was thinking I was going to put that maybe on the inside. So let me see how that's going to look. This can come down here. I've got a bit of glue here, so that's why I want to cover that up. So I do have some other stuff that's cut here. I want to go and put some, you know what, I can just do these two on the inside. So let me come in and put, yeah. You don't buy the dies? Well, I can understand not buying the dies. I tend to buy the dies just because a lot of times they have special images in there that you can't fussy cut with. So there we go. Wow. Look at that two-tone green. You'd think all of a sudden we've got more colors. Now, I was thinking that the word can go across there, but let's use this two-tone green. And let's go in and just use that as well. I'm going to come in and maybe cut a 1/2 inch off the bottom here. Like I say, I would treat this more like a designer series paper than definitely. See, that way I can get more of a contrast. It really works well with getting a contrast there, right? All right, first of all, let's figure out what I'm going to do on the inside. So I think I'll just put a couple of those like that on the inside. I don't know if anybody for this stamp camp has used this side. I can't remember, but I do know if you want to check out the alternative projects, you can do that by going to my blog, and the links are down below here. So, oh yeah, Laura doesn't like to fussy cut. I know that. But if you don't have the dies, you can save and get more stamps, right? If you don't buy the dies. I personally like the dies, but you don't have a die to cut these out. You have a die in this particular one that'll cut out other parcels that are here, but not these particular ones. So, all right, so we have that like that. You know, I'm going to remove that big banner. It's really, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so then on here is this Merry Christmas, and I think this is one of the better Merry Christmases that are in the whole pack, the whole lot of what's there this year. And I'm just going to come in and, where did I put? Wow, that two-tone paper is really singing to me, boy. I'm very excited about it. Okay, so let's just grab this. And because it is darker, well, you know what? Do we want to see what that would look like with I don't think it would be dark enough. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's see if this would be dark enough on this lighter color. So let me see. Yes, you do save the 10% with that. So thank you. Like I say, we never know what it's going to turn out like. I was talking with Laura about an hour ago, and I had really no clue. So here it is, just with, that would work. Do I want to go just with that, or do we want to go and let me, I'm going to show you another alternative. No, the white wouldn't have been good. So I got to come in and let's cut another 1/2 inch. With this. And like I say, you could decide if you wanted to turn the green around. I just thought with the darker green there, it'd be good to have it there. I'm going to come in and let's try some white embossing. And between the two, we'll decide which one. Gold embossed? No, I don't think gold is the color. And the only reason I say no to the gold is that there's so much white on this card, it'll bring out all the rest of the card. But, you know, if you are a gold embossing type person, I think that would work great. But most people know that if I have a darker one, I will go with white. I'll go with black with a lighter one sometimes too. So let's just go with that. And I should have put that on to a paper piercing mat is what I should have done. And then, oops, this looks like clear. It is clear. Good eye, eh? That would have been awful. Okay, let's come in with my embossing. Now, I always use cardstock when I put it onto mine because I don't like a spoon because it's too staticky. There we go. Whoops. All right, let's see what else we've got here. Let's just quickly heat set that. What would I do without my heat setting? And I see that I've, oh dear, got it all tangled up in my chair. So see, with the two-tone paper, we could turn around, go darker. It wouldn't have shown up. It would have looked like a watermark there. So let's just see how that works. And this also adds an awful lot of, like when you're doing a class, people want to change it up, they can change it up, that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm liking it. And the fact it's in 12 by 12, they have told us that it will not come in the 8.5 by 11. So here we have this going there. I've got to trim this down, or this. So what do you think, there or there? And I'll let you guys kind of make that decision. So just let me know what you think. White or gold? Hello, Bobby. I just confirmed my dates for my retreat in May, and it's May 30th next year. White. Well, I think white's winning, but there's nothing wrong with the green as well. So if you made 2 cards, you could turn around and do it there. So I'm just going to actually offset that just a bit. We'll put that on with the dimensional or 2. Oh my goodness. So I am loving these kits. So I can't wait to start doing my first scrapbooking. I have started the scrapbooking. It could be one or pick them all. If you do sign up for all four and get all four kits, I give away one of the big stamp sets of your choice. Okay, so we've decided with the white. And then this is, I just had them here. My goodness, there we go. These are the gems that go with the earth. These are the earth tone gems, and they go with the winter treetops. And I mean, I could go and use these. Okay, here, I'll let you guys make the choice. These ones or these ones? Too many choices, you guys. Thank you. So, do we want to do the earth tones? This green is not quite the right green. Oh, but it'll work. Or do we want to do these peppermint ones? This is the one that came with the sweet. So you guys make the choice, but both of them will go. These gems is what you're saying. These are the gems. These are the peppermint. Okay, gems or peppermint. Okay, thank you, Louise. All right, so far we have 2 for this one, and nobody on YouTube is saying anything, so it's mainly all on Facebook. All right, well, it looks like I'm going to go with these gems. The gems. Peppermint is a little busy. Okay, yeah. Now look at this. I could put it in here. I could, oh my goodness, like this. Oh, these go so nice on here. I'm going to actually come down here and let's put one in here as well. Now, if I want, and there's nothing saying that you have to keep all the gems the same color, I could have turned around and put this colored gem down here, and I could have used 3 different colors of the gems. See what I mean? I could do that, but I'm not going to. I kind of like it all being. You wouldn't see the candy ones? Yeah, you would. You would see those. See how you can do that? Anyways. But I think that one turns out okay. So there's a different card using the reindeer days. So it's not at all a reindeer card. It's basically using some of the designer series paper. Now, while I've got you here, let me just show you a couple of cards that I got for a couple of swaps. This is one using the reindeer. This one's done. They colored it really, really well. This was one that I got in a swap. And then here's another one from a swap that's not using any of the reindeer. So if the reindeer are kind of throwing you off with this thing, just look at all the other different options that you can do. I know for my stamp camp, I use the bells myself, and then I use the reindeer for my alternatives. But anyways, that gives you a kind of thing. Yeah, thank you. Different. That'll be a really good sketch as well. Wow, there's 2 sketch ideas that I've got. All right, you guys, if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do that. When you do share my video, what happens is it moves me up in the lot there. If you have any questions, reach out. If you have any ideas or any different things that you would like to see me use, there's so many new things that I can show. So my Thursdays are going to be I've got lots of things to do for Thursdays coming up. So anyways, yeah, that turned out not too bad. That's okay. Anyways, all right, you guys, remember to create because it's great for the soul. If you live in Canada and do not have a demonstrator that you're working with, I'd love to work with you. We will see you on Saturday, 10 o'clock for a sketch challenge, 10 o'clock Pacific time. I'll be going live. Oh my goodness. Yes, I will be. I know there's a few things that are coming up with different things that I'm involved in, different groups that I'm involved in. So sometimes I just have to be a tiny bit late, but I'm usually always there. All right, you guys, take care, and we will see you Saturday at 10 o'clock. Bye for now.